It's time. I'm back. I'm back with this. Hello and welcome to my channel. Age is just a number and my name is Barbara Jean. This is a channel for women over 40, over 50, over 60, over 70, beyond who have a love of fashion and beauty. And today it is beauty. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for finding me. Please consider subscribing, ringing that little bell down there so you'll be notified of my next video. And if you're returning if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for coming back and spending a few minutes of your important day with me. But today, I wanted to show you this look, everyday look that I did with the Estee Lauder 2020 Holiday Blockbuster kit. And if you saw the first video, you know what's going to happen here in just a little bit. Hang tight. All right, so let's get this started. I've already done my morning skincare, and what I used for the moisturizer was in the kit, which is the Estee Lauder Resilience Multi-Effect Tripeptide Face and Neck Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 15. Beautiful little jar. And it's got a very, very light fragrance, but very feminine fragrance. And it's very, just goes on like silk. So I've moisturized with that. And I've already done my eyelash serum from X-Lash. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start with a primer, and this kit didn't come with the primer, so what I'm going to do is I actually want to use, because I want a little dewy, a little glowy look today. So I'm going to pull out from my Becca, and this is the Backlight Priming Filter. And I'm going to take just a little bit of it, just a smidgen. And I'm just going to lightly put that around my face. I don't want to look like I'm trying to land an airplane, but I do just want a little bit of glowiness. So as a primer, use it as the primer as well too. So, all right. And you know it's always helpful to let your primer set for a minute before you start. So, try not to rush it through, but anyway. All right, so what we're going to use today for foundation, here it is the Estee Lauder, and I really like this. This is a Purist Hydra Rescue, and this also has a SPF of 45. And this, my color is Desert Beige in 2-in-1. If you remember when I talked about the first video when I bought the box, that they, at the counter, they had a, it looked like an iPad, and it's a software that they have on there in their app, and it takes a picture of your face and analyzes it, and then tells you what the shade should be, and then the associate puts it on you to see, and it was a perfect match. So here it is, and again I'm going to be using my favorite Artiste brush. Now I want you to, watch whenever I put this foundation, how quick the foundation goes on with this brush. So I'm going to take a little, let's see, can you see it there? A little pump, right there it goes. You can see how it matches my hand, or how it matches my skin. So I'm just going to, let me put this kind of right here. I'm just going to dot it around, and you can tell even when I sit back here, if I get away from the light, you can see that it is really a great match. And this wasn't even a complete pump. Now, still a little bit on my hand, so I'm just going to take my brush and just kind of lightly rub it off there. Got a Kleenex here. All right, now watch how quick this foundation goes on with this brush. And how smooth. Using this brush compared to like a beauty blender and then just pouncing. I'm sorry, I don't got the time for that. Can't be bothered. Foundation's done. All right, so there is the foundation. So I don't have an Estee Lauder under eye concealer, so I'm going to pull out the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. Yes. And this is in color Fair Neutral. And I really don't have a lot of under eye discoloration, but I do put just a little bit under the eye. Just a couple of dots right there. Now, this is another one of my favorite little artiste brushes. It's for the concealer. Can you see? Maybe up against my green shirt you can see. It's just a little bitty artiste brush. But turning it on its side makes it really easy if you want to get that lash line to help hold, you know, your eyeshadow on in a little while. So there's one eye. Can you see? Okay. All right. Concealer done. Now I like to set my under eye with my By Terry powder. And it is a powder, finely milled, that's white. This sucker, it's expensive, but it lasts forever. But it's got hyaluronic acid in it. So you can either do one of two ways. I have this little Real Techniques brush that is just perfect for the under eye. So I take my finger first before I do it. And because your warm finger just helps melt it in and gets any creases out. Because you know, ladies, at a certain age, we have those little creases. And then quickly take that powder and lightly set it. Get some more on the other one. And do the other eye. And then set it. Okay. Under eyes are set. So now I'm going to pull out, I'm sorry, I have stuff down here. I didn't put it up here. All right, this is my La Mer powder, and I'm going to use a big fluffy Pro Sephora powder brush. Get a little bit of powder on it. It's on the brush. So what I'm going to do is use the lid and then kind of just pounce and rub that into the brush. And then all I'm going to do now is lightly pounce that in. Now, one of the things that I get people will ask me about is how my foundation stays on all day. And I swear this is one of the reasons, this is the reason why I take Max Fix Plus after I've powdered. And I'm just going to lightly spray. Okay. Let that dry a couple of seconds. I've got over here my damp Real Technique sponge. I buy these in the multiples. It's got a wonderful flat side. So when I can feel that it's almost dry, with that Max Fix Plus on top of the powder, on top of the foundation, then I'm lightly setting the powder with that Max Fix Plus. And it creates a beautiful finish. All right, so now we're going to get into some of the color parts. In this kit came, let's see, 2 eyeshadow palettes. I'll show you real quick here. Let's see. This is the Glam. If you can see this, this has got a beautiful purple sheen, a deep burgundy, some blues and silvers. Can you see? Trying to get that toward the light. There you go. There's the money shot. And the other one is, that's not it. The other one is the Estee Lauder Nudes. And it's so kindly, it has them in the mirror, which ones they are. So this is the one that is a nude. It's just like every day. You could get so many everyday looks out of this with that. So this is the one we're going to be using today. So I'm going to put the Glam up. But the other palette is a bronzer, blush. Actually, it's 2 blushes. But you could actually use this one as a highlighter as well too, and that's what we're going to do today. So, but this right here is the Bronze Goddess in medium. So I want to get my small brush I like to use for my bronzer, which is the Studio Pro by BH Cosmetics. This is really soft. It is got just kind of an oval shape head, but some of your kits have a very small pan size. So I have bigger ones that I use for bigger. Like this is strictly for my Chanel, the cream one, because it is a big pan and it's the only cream bronzer that I have. I also have this Sonia Kashuk is for bigger powder bronzers that I use as well. Now, and I think I've mentioned this before, I was trying to remind you, when you have brushes that have the lighter, that go to darker, your powder doesn't pick up as much. So it's kind of diffused almost, so you get a lighter application with that. So when you don't have, this one is actually a little bit just on the ends, but this is a very sheer bronzer in here in the Goddess medium. So I'm just going to dip my brush into that, and I always start underneath my cheek. Go back, and then the temples. And then underneath the jawline. Okay, and I want to do the other side the same. It's a pretty bronzer, very pretty. Of course, I love bronzers all year long because I'm so pale. I just want a little bit of color on my face. All right, so that is the bronzer. While I've got it here, I'm going to go in with this beautiful pink color. Use my little round. This one is what? This is a Pro Sephora. Tap into that blush. You can see I've got a little bit on there. I just kind of tap it on and then I just start doing in circles. All right, we're going to go do the other side. Now what I like to do is take that powder brush, that big fluffy powder brush, and kind of just go over the blush and the bronzer together just a little bit. All right. So now I'm going to take that same little blush brush, the little round one. You can do it with this by turning it on your side, or you can use a fan brush. I'll show you with the fan brush. This is a Sephora fan brush. So I'm just going to go into that other blush, but I'm going to use it as a highlighter because it's lighter and it's kind of a shimmer. So I'm just going to lightly top that right there. All right. The thing about this kit is I love it because it's nudes for daytime, but it's got the glam too. So if you really want to get after it, you can. So, and on the fan brushes, I try and keep the sleeve so it stays in shape. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go do my eyebrows and then I'll come right back in a second. Okay, and like magic, I have my eyebrows on. So what I'm going to do first is I don't typically put a lot of eyeliner on top of my lid. I just tightline. So what I've chosen to do with the colors, and I'll show you here in a second that I picked out to do with this. I love this eyeliner, and this is by Estee Lauder. It's the Double Wear Stay in Place Eye Pencil Crayon, and it is in the color Burgundy Suede. And I'll see if I can, if you can see, but it's a bronze color. I mean, it's a shimmer brown with just a touch of burgundy in it. So that is what I'm going to tightline with right here. So some days I can do it with keeping my eye open, and sometimes I can't. It just kind of depends. So for the purpose of not making a, if I blink, but I like to tightline first before I put eyeshadow primer on. Therefore, I don't have to, if I do get on the eyelid with it, it's much easier to take a Q-tip and clean it off really quick. Otherwise, if you've got eyeshadow primer on and you get eyeliner on it, it doesn't come off quite as easy. So, but I think this is a beautiful color. Estee Lauder has made it for quite a few years. Um, it's just one of their classic colors. So, all right, so you can see I've just tight lined my upper eyelid just a little bit. All right. All right, so what we're going to do here, okay, well, I'm jumping ahead. Now I'm going to put my eye primer on, and then I'll talk about the eyeshadows. So I'm using Milani's, and I'm just going to take a dot, and then smear that on the eyelid, and the same on the other side. So, and then I've got my little fan on right here, so that will kind of help it dry as well too. So that's done. All right, so this Estee Lauder Nudes. The colors, this is the palette that I'm going to be working with here. And what I want to do, and I'll swatch these three colors. These are the ones that are speaking to me, which would be this one, and this one. And let me see if they have colors, I mean names of them. So, nope, they've just got numbers. And it looks like 2, 3, and 4. I love it. All right, I've got my trusty little switch pen here. All right, so I'm going to go in with this color in the center. That should be number 3. And I'm going to go in with a flat tapered brush. Let me swatch it for you really quick so you can see what it is. It's kind of a pinky coppery color. And the lighter color next to it is there. And then the shimmer brown next to it. So these are the colors that I'm going to be working with. Alright, flat shader brush. I'm going to go in with that center color, the pinky bronze. I'm going to start in the center of my eye, and I'm just patting that down. And I'm not going to go all the way to the center with it because that's what I'm going to save that very light color for. But I am taking it up to the crease a little bit. I'm not going outside the corner of my eye. Taking it up just a little bit. Now I want a fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to smooth out those edges. Blend, blend, blend. I'm just going to smooth out. All right. So, I'm going to clean off that color off that brush, and then I'm going to go back in with that light one. And then I'm going to come in the center from the corner of my eye and just do that there. And I'm just going to try and marry those two colors together there. Alright, now I'm going to go in with, let's see, okay, let's use this one. This is a Sigma blending, and it's a long tapered blending brush. Remember, the older we get, the smaller brushes that we need to work with. And this is just a daytime look. This is not a theatrical look by any means, shape, or form. So I'm going to go in with that shimmer chocolate. And I'm going to start here at the edge and then just start gently dragging it over. To start working that chocolate brown into that. Because like I've said before, it's like we want to bring that uplifting eye. We don't want to drag the eyes down. We want to uplift it. So I'm just working that brown into there. Right, I'm going to go a little bit above it. I'm staying to where it's even with my eyebrow. And I'm also going to go back and get some more, and then I'm going to bring it down the edge to make that line up here just a little bit darker for that uplifting effect. Staying at the edge of my eye to the edge of my eyebrow. Now you can, which I have done before for people, showed you that if I have one right here, let's see. You can take some type of little card or something and put it up there to give you a visual of that if you're afraid you're going to get out of the line. You see what I'm saying? You can do that, and then it's a little bit harsher, but all you have to do is take that blending brush in. Just start dragging it in, blending it in. But you got that line, lifting that eye up. Alright, I want to do a little bit more of the brown right above here. And blend. These colors kind of remind me of what's in my hair. Alright, so what stands out to me is this beautiful center color that I started out with right here. So I want to take a small brush. This is one of my favorite. This is the Sonia Kashuk, and it is a it's just a small tapered pointy little brush. So I'm going to go into that pretty color that I like so much, and I'm just going to go into the lash line. Now, because I put the concealer with that brush underneath into the lash line there, that's going to help the eyeshadow with this to stay on throughout the day. So I've got that beautiful color underneath there, but I'm going to switch pan that off, and I'm going to go into that chocolate brown to where I was on the outside edge, and I'm going to kind of connect that a little bit right there, but then bring that down underneath there as well, kind of connecting the two, the brown into that. I'm not going to go all the way, just kind of taking it about a third of the way to mix underneath that, and then bring back into there. Now, this color right here is just a beautiful matte off-white to take just enough on your finger, little ring finger, and go underneath that brow bone. Just a little bit. Accentuate that eyebrow. So this is just a beautiful daytime look. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other eye, and I'll be right back. So I've got the other eye shadow done, other eye done with the eyeshadow. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I will take that eyeliner and do a little bit, the burgundy suede. I'm going to do a little bit of it. It's going to go into my waterline down here. Just to, it's enough. It's not, you know, if you're using a coal black one, that's a different story. Then you could look like a raccoon in 5 minutes. So, if you're not careful. So, I'm just going to put this lightly into that. So that is very pretty. Alright, so, okay, now we're going to put that away. We're going to, the kit came with a mascara, and I just played with it one day, and it's called Sumptuous Extreme. I like it. So, what I want to do is get my primer, L'Oreal primer, and my trusty Shiseido curling eyebrow contraption. Alright. Get my mirror over here so I can see. Where I'm placing it at. Okay, I got it, and I'm just going to hold it for just a little bit. Squeeze it a couple of times. Alright, and I've got the fan on, so when I put my primer on, it's going to help dry that fairly quickly. So, getting too close to where y'all can't see what I'm doing or not. Okay. But with the fan on, it'll help dry those lashes with the primer on. Some people like to put their mascara on top of their primer when it's wet. I prefer to let mine dry well before the mascara goes on. But I also don't want to have the primer clump. And I've noticed that when using a primer, you should take care, but I mean, pay attention, really pay attention. If it does start to clump a little bit, go ahead and switch it out. Switch it out. These are not that much. These are usually $8 to $9. And if it is starting to clump a little bit, get yourself a new one. So, alright, I don't know if you can see that on there. So, I'm in front of the fan, and I'm wanting it to dry. My eyelashes naturally don't have hardly any curl, like my hair. No curl whatsoever. So, I really have to work with it. So, the fan is drying that quite nicely, so let's grab the other one. I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, I have a new lens on my camera. I bought a new, because I have a Canon T6i, and this is what I film on most of the time, and it's on a tripod here. And I just had the kit lens, which is 18 to 55. So I bought at the recommendation of a couple on YouTube. They're photographers, and I was telling them what my issue was. And because you know, when I've done some of my videos for my fashion, the focus goes in and out. Well, and I told them it because I had to go so far back, and they suggested this lens, which is the Canon, let's see, this is the 10 to 18 millimeter. So it is basically a wide, I guess you could say it's a wide angle, but it gets in so much closer. It goes up to 10. So, but what is so cool about it as well too is the autofocusing is so much better than the kit lens that I was having issues with. So I'm hoping it continues to stay. So this is the first time that I'm doing beauty video with this lens. So I'm interested to see how it turns out. I just used it on the snake print boots. That was the first fashion video that I did with it, from being, stand up and away and not quite so up close. So I'm anxious to see how this comes out with it. Alright, so this one is done. You can see the primer on it, and it's drying. So while we're waiting for these to dry a little bit more, let's talk about the lipsticks that came in with this kit. 2 lipsticks came in with this beautiful kit. This one is called number 340 Envious. It is a beautiful, beautiful red. Now, and it's not a true blood red or blue red. It's got maybe a little bit. Now with the nude color eye, if I chose just to go with a very basic nude color eye, I would probably have chosen this. But because of what I'm doing today with this, I'm going to do, because I used the bronze color in there, I'm going to go with the nude color. And this is the most gorgeous nude color. Your lips but better type nude color. And this is called Knockout Nude. Alright, so another thing that I have had, well, let's go over this first. I digress. It came with 2 lip glosses. But are these actually lip glosses? They're actually, let's see. Yeah, they're glosses. Okay. One, a red, another red. I mean, this sucker, and let's just put this on my arm. Look at this. I don't want to spill it. That's intense. Okay. But what we're going to do is I'm going to do the nude today with this one, which is called Flash Fire number 115. And here it is here. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just kind of a metallic brownish color. So I know I'm going to get this all over me if I don't do this. Okay. Alright, so to go with this, okay, one of my favorite lip liners is also by Estee Lauder. And it is called Mocha. And it is the Double Wear Stay in Place lip liner. And so I'm going to go ahead and line my lips while my eyelashes are drying. I don't know if you can see this. It's almost like a metallic bronze. Now, something I've said many times was to, as we get older, or what I prefer to do, I don't like to take my lip liner all the way to the edge. And I got asked a question, let me do this, by the beautiful Linda Roy over at Mature Science, and she wanted to know, she was doing some makeup, and she was wanting to know why I had mentioned that. And I responded to her, and then I thought, well, maybe I need to be more specific in a video as to why. So I'm going to show you here in a second. I always have a little bit, for some reason, my natural lip, for some reason, has a little indentation or right here. So I always have to work with that a little bit. Alright, if I take my lip liner, okay, as we get older, our lips turn down. That's one of my biggest fears, is my lips turning down and looking like I have a frown. That's the day that I see that, I will be in tears. And I don't want to go there. Okay, so if I take my lip liner all the way out to the very edge, you see where the edge of my lip is out there? That's just going to look like these rounded lips and these things out here. So I don't want that. I want my lips to look fuller. So I'm going to stop before that part, that line that goes out. To where, so you won't see that as much. I don't want to accentuate that area of the lip that just goes straight out. I do not want to accentuate that. What I want to accentuate is the fullness of my lips. So I've lined with that. Now I'm going to go in with this nude. Now the nude is, you can see that it is a lighter than darker. And that was what really big in the 90s, I think. But what I want to do is go in with the lip gloss on top. This would be just pretty also with this. So I'm putting this into the lip liner as well. To kind of marry those two together. So there are the lips. Now let's do the eye. Let's do this mascara and get this puppy done. It's a big brush. Now the thing is, I don't want my fan to dry my mascara out and on the there, so I'm going to turn it off while I'm doing that. If I can reach over here and get it. Okay. So there's nothing like a new tube of mascara. This is a wet formula. It's not a clumpy formula. This is a lovely, lovely formula. This is one that I would spend the money on and buy again at this price. And I'm not even sure how much it is, if it even says on here. I don't know. It's supposed to have outrageous volume. Anyway, so. It's beautiful. All right, so let me get the other eye. I need to do the bottom. I don't have it in here. Where did it go? Oh, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and get this one done real quick here. So, and what we're going to get ready to do here in a second is, if you remember when I bought this, I bought another one. And today I'm going to be the drawing to see who wins this kit for themselves. The other kit that I bought, because I bought two. So, thank you for indulging me so I can get this. Wanted to do this really pretty look for you. And then do the winner. Now, I'm drawn to always to these colors of eyeshadow. I read one where once it said that gray went well with brown eyes. And that's not a typical color that I lean toward, but I'm going to try it out maybe later this week, and we'll see how it does. All right, going to go back here. Yes, I'm digging this mascara majorly. So what do y'all think? I do not know how much the mascara is. It's probably in the range of 30, but I think it would be worth it to me. I really like it. It's not clumping with this primer whatsoever. Now, the wand is awfully big. So, what I'm going to do for my bottom lashes, I'm going to grab a mascara with a smaller wand just to do the bottom. And typically, this isn't the one I typically use. It's in my bathroom, but I usually use a waterproof mascara on the bottom with the small wand because my eyes, especially during any type of allergy seasons, leak. So, I'm just putting a little bit. Oh, now I don't know if you heard that or not. My stomach is growling like crazy. today is Saturday, November 14th. And Texas, it's going to be 87 degrees today. So, all right. So we're getting ready. This is the finished look. So we're going to get ready to give this away. Let me get this in here. We're going to get ready to give this away today. So you want to see who the winner is? Hold tight and we'll get started. Okay, I brought you in here to the kitchen where my laptop is. So we're going to be, I'm going to turn you around into the, so you can see my laptop. All right, so here is the laptop screen. We're going to zoom in. So this is the video. Where is it? Right here. Then I'm going to go over here. Pick a winner. And then I'm going to go here to, I need to tell it the comment, which was enter me. And this is Glamburger, which is, oh, she says, hi, Auntie Barbara. Happy 1 year YouTube anniversary. What, oh, an incredible, an adorable case. Those eyeshadow palettes are gorgeous. That mauve lipstick is so pretty. Oh my goodness, I would love for you to please enter me. I would love to share some goodies with my grandma, mom, and sisters if I won. So fun. I hope you have an amazing week. All right, Glamburger, you won. So please, my email is right down there below, and in the description box. So within 48 hours, please, sweetheart, contact me and tell me you'll need to send me your address so I can send this off to you. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna, whoops, let me turn you back here. I'm just gonna wrap it up right here. So ladies, thank you so much for indulging me and playing along, and thank you for all of those who participated, who entered into this little giveaway. I just wanted it to, you know, bring cheer and the love of beauty to one person here, and I hope the person enjoys it so much. So until, ladies, until I see you again in my next video, remember what I tell you every day. Get up and show up, because you are worth it. So until I see you in my next video, have a safe and a blessed day. Take care.